Peacemaker is really good. I don't want to say it was as good as the first season, but it might be. It might be just as good as the first season. John Cena is bringing it this season. Story's changed. They don't have a super threat that they got to get rid of and contend with and so forth. It's really a story about Peacemaker himself and what he's going through. In this episode, the newest episode, Peacemaker is fully invested in going to the other dimension. Just imagine you get an opportunity to walk through a door into a life where everything that was bad in your previous life is great. You were broke in your previous life. In this life, you're rich, if that's what you want. Your significant other left you or is no longer there or whatever. They're there in a new life. Anything that was a problem in your previous life and walking through that door, it's the exact same world except all your problems are fixed. Whatever it would be, whatever it would take to make you happy is in that world. Everything. Well, I don't want to go to that other world because I might miss, my great Uncle Lou. Your great Uncle Lou is in that world too, and he loves you just the same. Everything is perfect in that other world. Your life currently sucks and is sucking more as the episodes go on. It's getting worse. Rick Flag Jr. was killed by Peacemaker, who apparently was dating hardcore at the time, and they hooked up like right before he died. So I don't know why she didn't just, try to kill that guy when she saw Peacemaker, but they said they were just friends. Who knows? So his father, Rick Flag Sr., is now in charge of Argus, which is basically DC's version of S.H.I.E.L.D. They got agents, they go out, they do stuff. It's basically S.H.I.E.L.D. So imagine that Nick Fury wants you dead, and he's got all the resources of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, your time is limited. And Meadows is in there, the ladies' man. He's hilarious. He's in there, and his name is Agent Fleury. I caught that. Not Nick Fury, Agent Fleury. It's funny. And he's got bird blindness, which is hilarious. Tim Meadows is funny anyway. That dude should have his own TV show, or at least a couple more movies. He's underused in Hollywood. So Peacemaker goes to the other dimension, and a drunken Stuber, Texas hardcore, who in that dimension loves him. He's in love with her, but she doesn't dig him. Probably because he killed her boyfriend the night they met. So she loves him in this other dimension. And he's texting her because he's like, he needs somebody to talk to. And she responds. And he falls asleep whilst texting her and wakes up in another dimension. So he goes and meets her and everything. And she's game for getting back with him, man. She wants him back. And he wants her, of course. But then there's tragedy, and Peacemaker's got to knuckle up. So he goes to the tragedy, and she's like, but you don't have your suit. But this Peacemaker is different from the other Peacemaker because he doesn't really need his suit. He just needs motivation, and he will slaughter people. He's essentially like I don't even want to say a more unhinged Punisher. Probably just as unhinged, because the Punisher is completely unhinged. He's like the Punisher in this iteration. So he goes and he does his thing, man. He goes in the building unarmed. There's like 8 of them or whatever, and he kills them in the most well thought out ways. Whoever wrote this episode sat down for a day or two saying, what would be an interesting way to kill somebody? And he does. He kills one person with a fax machine. And you would expect he whacks him over the head. Nope. It was inventive. It was crazy. It was wild. And he's dusting all of these people off, and everybody cheers for him. Yeah, Peacemaker. He doesn't get that, but he's longing for that. That's why he tried to just join the Justice Gang, so he could be loved. They love him here. Women are taking their tops off to flash him, screaming, "Peacemaker, we love you." So he's got a good life. I don't think he wouldn't want to leave. Why would he want to leave? He's rich there. He's got, he didn't like his clothes. His doppelganger's choice in clothes. And his doppelganger was clearly a junkie also. So they're getting a better version of Chris, a better version of Peacemaker also. So they're getting a better guy. And he's getting a better life. But just like Vigilante said, if they find out that you killed their version of Peacemaker, they're probably going to kill you. I mean, imagine if, like, for the last year, somebody, alien, invasion of the body snatchers, took your best friend, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your mom, your son, somebody that was close to you. They took their life and had been living their life, but you find out that they unalived that person. Even if you had a good time with them, you're going to be like, what? And you're probably going to give them the finger across the throat. Probably. Unless you didn't really like that person before and now they're great. I mean, I don't know. I don't know you or what you think about man, but probably, right? So Argus tried to get in his apartment last week, his house, and eagerly gave them all a business. Tim Meadows, who has bird blindness, which is hilarious, he thought it was a duck that was attacking him. It's a running gag in the show. It's kind of funny. And so he thought a duck attacked their team, eagerly dusted him. So he comes back to Argus. He's like, crazy duck attacked my team. And now they're sending a bunch of agents. And they're serious now. They're sending Judo Master. They are going to take Chris and his dimensional portal and confiscate it. And, one of the agents says he'll never see the light of day again. So there, his life is getting worse and worse here, but it's better there. It's only a few episodes left, so I'm sure they're going to fix everything because they're not going to leave him in the other dimension. Unless they're killing him off and this is the last season, they may do that. Who knows? Probably not. I heard Superman was supposed to make an appearance. He's got a lot of clout. I guess he could get Chris up out of this. Batman probably could. One of the higher echelon superheroes, Lex Luthor. He's a villain, but he's got that type of pull and clout. They said they were taking him to prison, but it's Lex Luthor. They always take him to prison. That dude don't stay there. Last time they took him to prison in the movies, dude became president, or the cartoons. So, he's got clout. He's got pull. He could help him out. Somebody's going to do something to help him out because clearly he can't get himself out of this. But this was a good episode. I really enjoyed the fight scene and watching him cut through these guys. I was thinking, if he's got the suit, maybe he's not killing people, but it's Peacemaker. He's got to be killing people in every dimension he's in. But they just figured without the suit, he didn't have the ability to fight them, which is going to give them something to think about. He didn't have the suit, and he still went in there and he beat everybody. How do you do that? It would be like if Tony Stark was in another dimension. He's like, no, there's the villain. I'll get him. You got your suit? Nope. And then he still wins against, the Mandarin or somebody, some villain. He beats him. And then they're going to be like, how do you do that without the suit? I think that's what they're going to be thinking with Peacemaker. Because right now it's the excitement and everything. But they asked, two different people mentioned his suit and him not having it. And his brother, who also wears a suit, knows the Peacemaker didn't have his suit now. So that's probably going to come up next week. But Argus is running up in his house right now, so that dude got problems, man. They got problems, and he's coming through the back door. He don't know they're coming through the front door. He's coming through the back door. He don't even know they're out there. But he's going to find out in a minute. 11th Street kids, the rest of them might be in trouble too. I don't know. I'm curious. This TV show pulls you in. It's one of the few that's out right now. Every year, there's like 2, 3, 4, 5 shows that just pull you in. And this year, that's one of them. It's got me hooked. Baby, it's got me hooked. Now I got to go watch season 1 all over again just so I can get my Peacemaker fix. It's good. And I would give this episode of Peacemaker 8 bags of popcorn. 8 bags of popcorn. Because that's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that you had a chance to look at the video, let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.